So there's these different ways of wishing well and the like. But what I want to do is actually have us use our own memories in sort of like a systematic way to cultivate the state we want to be in. So that's how we're going to do this next meditation. I don't, before starting, really have much more to say about it. So yeah, maybe we can just go to mute and get started. All right, so you can start by closing your eyes and let's see. Just take a moment to kind of settle back in to a more relaxed state again after this conversational time. Perhaps take a moment to notice what quality, emotional quality experience has to it right now, if any. And I would like you to start by, similar to the last meditation, just bring, even if it's a bit forced, just a little bit of a smile to your mouth. And notice the emotional impact of that. Notice how it moves you in a positive way. You might also see as you do this, if any images come to mind to you in your mind's eye as you're doing this. So as you bring a smile to your mouth, maybe something comes up. Okay. Now, I want you to take a moment to think about some moment in time when you felt really deeply happy spending time with others. Maybe you were laughing with them at this moment. Maybe you just felt like you were glowing inside. Maybe you felt a really strong sense of connection. So just see if you can call up a moment in your mind of that type. I'll give you a little bit of time to do this because for some people this is harder than for others. You might go through several different moments to find the best one. That's okay. You can even sometimes here actually use that hint of a smile to guide the mind into remembering those types of moments because there are all these types of associations there we have. And when you've got it, start seeing if you can really build up some clarity on the context. So the setting that you were in, where you were, maybe even how you and the others were spatially in the room. You can also bring up, like, if you were laughing, just that sense of laughing at that time. So you don't necessarily need to do this visually. You can do it based on how you felt. But yeah, just try to build up the details of the memory. Really see if you can get into it. See if you can move back in time into that. And really tune in to how you felt. How did you feel with those people at that moment? And notice where you feel that. And again, you can use that hint of a smile from before to help you also go more into it. To lead you back there. Now notice as you do this how you're feeling in your heart region, the area around the chest. See if you can notice the warmth there. See if you can notice a sense of connection, of togetherness, of joy, of engagement. Tune into those. Now, as you're doing this, you don't want to let it fade. So if you notice that this kind of reconstruction of this moment is fading, you want to actively call it back up, bring it back. You want to keep bringing it back. by keeping it present, we're really cultivating this feeling inside of us. We are moving ourselves into this state. Now, if this is working for you as it is, you can keep going with this. Keep seeing if you can strengthen that feeling around the heart region. If you find that you could use a little more support, see if you can go into associated really positive feelings with the people in that moment you are remembering. So see if you can draw on other really positive feelings towards those people to help strengthen it, to make it stronger. And with this, you can actually alternate at a pace that feels comfortable for you, but making sure you really stay emotionally connected to it between the first memory that you're holding there and the associated feelings towards those people, which are also going to be moments. And you can use them sort of like mutually reinforce each other. So maybe one moment works for you. Maybe you actually want to get 2 or 3 that are all quite strong, and you want to be sort of very slowly moving between them. This is something that you can experiment with for yourself. There is no one right way. But notice how this all feels in the heart. Now, if you seem to be able to hold this sensation of warmth and happiness and joy in the heart, then, and it's somewhat stable. If it's not stable, you can just keep doing with what we were doing. If it does seem somewhat stable, you can try to actually drop the recalling of the memory of that moment or the moments and focus just on that feeling in the heart region. Focus on that feeling of warmth and love in the heart. Make that your meditation object. And if you do that and you start losing it, just go back to recalling the moment again. Reload. If you are able to focus and sustain that feeling of warmth and happiness in the heart, then you might even see if very gently you can let that spread. See if you can let it spread outwards. See if you can let it envelop you. Now, when you're ready, we're going to bring this meditation to a close. So keep a bit of hold of that feeling in your heart region, but you can also come back and unmute yourselves.